What do we think of these a buy? I think I quite like these. Quite high up now, and look what we just found. Check this out. Day one of our holidays. We've just been to the shop, and I was going to film at the shop, but the shop was even more manic over here than it was in England. Just as the driving over here, there's like no rules on anything. It's like bumper cars. It was the exact same in the supermarket. But I didn't change my shop any different to how I would have done it at home. Trying to get 80% whole foods and 20% just processed, quick and convenient foods. And then other times we are going to spend time eating out a lot more than we would at home. I'm just going to pick smarter options when I'm out for dinner and when we're eating out anywhere like that. So, just having breakfast now and trying to stick to having healthier alternatives for breakfast instead of what I used to do while I was away. Is if you're at an all-inclusive, at least being English, always full English breakfast and then just anything else you can find. I have changed my habits now and I try to eat a slightly lighter breakfast and focus more on protein and a small amount of carbs. So this is what I'm having for breakfast. So as you can see, we've got some eggs, a banana, orange juice and some cheese and spinach in the eggs, and that is all that I'm having. So to finish off day one of our holiday, we didn't really do too much today. We did a quick home workout, then relaxed on the beach for an hour or so, and then we've just come back and made a dinner. So this is the sort of dinner that we are having while we are away. Putting in good food will make you feel better, and then eating in a calorie deficit will help you lose weight. And it's as simple as that. And that's really the secret to staying in great shape. And then just keeping your daily activity level high will allow you just to eat more food. So that's why we did a workout earlier, that we can eat slightly more foods whilst we're away. So I will be having a dessert after this. So it's about 10:30. Me and Leah thought we'd go out and get some ice creams. What'd you get?
Vanilla and pecan nut.
Leah's got this thing about every time she goes somewhere, has to get something different. Whereas I'm the complete opposite. I'll always get something the same. I think it's safe to say that we probably burnt these ice creams off because it's about a half-hour walk there and half-hour walk back. And for the amount I'm sweating as well, I think it's safe to say I definitely burnt the ice cream off. So we've just got to a natural waterfall. So the main part of the waterfall is actually further down there. Me and Leah thought we'd come and explore how high up it goes. This is by far one of the busiest places I think I've ever seen. So many people trying to swim between the mountains to see how far up they can go. And we're going to join them. Alright, so we made it through the small tight passage. It was freezing cold. And now we're going to try and climb up a bunch of these rocks which everyone else is struggling with. So you probably can't hear much because of the waterfall behind me, but check this out. It goes right round the corner. Oh, it ends. There's not much down there then. This water is so cold. But they do say cold water is good for you in some way. So we've just done the little cliff jump bit. So Leah's turn next. She's not the most excited to do it, but I reckon she'll do it. This was a little jump. So just finishing up day 3 of our trip. This morning I got up early, went out for a run down the seafront. Didn't have any breakfast beforehand, and the reason for this was because I wanted to do some more fasted cardio, trying to become more fat adapted. Now, What all that means is I'm trying to make my body be more reliant on fat that's stored in the body rather than carbs that I've just put into it for a fast-acting fuel. Now, the main reason for this is, and the main benefit is, when you're more fat adapted, you're going to burn more fat rather than just burning the fuel that you're putting into your body. So it's a win-win if you're trying to lose fat. So that is the end of day 4. The weather was a little bit rubbish today, so we didn't really get up to much. But tomorrow's adventures, we are going on a hike. We've just started the hike. It says roughly it's going to take 4.5 hours. Hopefully that's right. I'm assuming we're climbing around here. If you never see this video, that means we didn't make it. Never done a hike before, but it does feel a little bit like you're just walking into certain death, into the middle of nowhere to never be seen again. So, quick update, we're about 1.5 kilometers in. So we started somewhere all the way down there, and it's taken us about half an hour to do just 1.5 kilometers. We did get a little bit lost, so we did do a bit of turning back, but I think in total this is about 12 kilometers, so we've still got quite a way to go. And look what we just found. Dodgy looking cave. Let's see if anything's inside. I would have been terrified if there was something in here. We're about just under an hour in, done 2.5 kilometers nearly. And I don't know about you, but with the red sand, it's giving Mars vibes. This is what I imagine being on Mars would be like. But it's starting to get steep again. So yeah, we're proper climbing up the mountain now. It was flat for a little bit. There was a little bit of road we walked down.
Flag.
Aaliyah's been spotting all the flags to make sure we're en route, and been checking it against the watch to make sure we're also en route, because we have gone the wrong way a couple times. And yeah, I'll give you an update once we get a bit further along. So we're pretty high up now. We've just come from that trail there, walked all along there, around, up, and then we've got a little bit more to go. I think we're going somewhere maybe up there. 4 kilometers in now, just over an hour. So we're nearly halfway now. I think we've got another 400 meters of elevation gain. So still quite a bit to gain. Just found a little stone house, although this one's caved in. So we haven't got far from that stone structure, and we've just found a bath. Still going on the hike, still climbing. We just found another dodgy looking cave, although this one I'm going to give a miss and not go in there, as that looks like a prime place for a great big fucking mountain lion to be. So I'm going to give that one a miss. If anyone wants to come and explore that cave, it's somewhere up a mountain in Spain. It's actually mental. I think we've been walking now for just under 2.5 hours. It was quite a steep drop down. All right, so we have officially made it on top of the mountain. It took us about 2.5 hours, just under 2.5 hours, 800 meters elevation, I think about 9k covered. So I thought that we made it to the top when we were down there, but it turns out we had to go a little bit higher, and we just found this rock formation at the top. I won't go at the very top, I'll go. There we go, I think that's it. Leah wanted to add her own rock. Oh, it looks quite sturdy. So we're just on a descent down. Now I know it doesn't look it, but this is really, really steep. And there isn't much to stop you once you start falling. Yeah, the way up was a lot easier than the way down. Pretty sure we started down there. We walked up and around following this path. And we went round that big mountain there, because I remember seeing the bit of civilization over there. We went round that mountain, and I think I filmed a stupid video saying I was on Mars, over where that red part of the mountain is.
This is so sketchy.
Leah almost went. And then we went around this mountain, up, over, and now we're coming back down, because the descent was a lot quicker to get back home. I think we've just got to come down here, and somewhere over there is where we parked. So hopefully this isn't too shaky, but this is what it's looking like. And yeah, we ran out of water now. We brought 2 litres with us and we've drunk it all. So I thought I'd rather jog a little bit and get out of here a bit quicker. Literally a second under 4 hours we made it back. And it was a total distance of 14k, not quite the 12 we was promised, but we did go wrong a couple of times. Watch says I burned an estimate of around 1500 calories, so that's a lot more calories that I would burn than if I was just doing my normal workout, but we was out for a second under 4 hours. So I'm going to be going home and eating a lot of food to make that back. So while we was at the top of that castle, we saw that there was people actually kayaking in the reservoir. So we typed in maps, kayaking in the reservoir, and it says that you can kayak down here. So we took the most dodgiest drive down here, and we are going to go kayak in the most bluest reservoir I've ever seen. Right, so we gave the guy 30 euros, said get a life jacket on, take a kayak out. So that's what we're doing. Pretty laid, it's the most laid back experience I think I've ever been a part of.
It was illegal. I feel like we should be signing waivers or something.
We made it out on the kayaks. About an hour ago, we were standing up on the castle behind, and we saw some people kayaking in the reservoir, and we thought, that looked cool, let's go do that. So we made it to the other end of the dam. I've got nothing interesting to tell you about the dam other than it's a dam. Took us about 40 minutes of light paddling to get to the other end, and now we've got to go back to the other side. But the view is quite amazing from out here. So I'm just sitting down editing the video now, and I realised I never actually recorded an outro to the video. So after we did the kayaking, the next day we spent most of the day at the beach, so there wasn't really much to vlog, and then after that we flew home. So if you like this style of content, we've actually got another trip coming up in October to watch the Barcelona Ironman, a race I did last year. So I'm looking forward to being a spectator this time, and I'll be looking to vlog most of that trip. But in the meantime, I'll be posting my usual sort of fitness and food content. So if you like that sort of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.